Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is Arise News analyst, great Malabite, Emmanuel Efeni. Good morning, Emmanuel.
Good morning, Ruben.
Good morning.
The eminent person of the year.
Yes.
But we've always known you are eminent.
Yes.
But this is just an affirmation, a confirmation.
Yes.
Congratulations, my brother.
Thank you.
And of course, Ozzy Okoli, producer. Well, he's been doing a lot of job behind the scenes. If I leave that, the allegation will be debunked today once and for all.
He doesn't do it. He will just use type and run away.
He said he's going to debunk that allegation.
Do implication.
Okay, let him disappoint
Let him
us.
disappoint
He will
us.
debunk that allegation. Congratulations, both of you, Ruben and Ozzy Okoli. Now we start the review with this day Nigeria's newspaper of record. The lead story: Appeal Court nullifies Mutfwang election, declares Nentawe winner. His temporary setback, says Plateau governor. We saw this coming, warned against it. PDP declares. Well, the gale of nullification of election at the tribunal continues. Over the weekend, it was the turn of the Plateau State governor. His case at the appeal court showed that, well, his election has been nullified. Well, he's crying foul, but he still has a chance, and he's exploring that opportunity at the Supreme Court to overturn the ruling of the appeal court. And of course, that same story is on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Plateau governor's removal, APC, PDP clash as appeal court sacks third opposition governor. Court orders INEC to retrieve PDP certificate of return. Long-hailed judgment, ruling party using judiciary to intimidate. Silence opposition. PDP, Labour Party, NNPP making that allegation. But the courts are there. That is what they are there to do. To rule either for or against. But for those who still have the opportunity, like in the case of the governorship election, those who have lost at the appeal court still have the opportunity of taking the matter to the Supreme Court. So we'll wait with bated breath, but we have to sit down and look at our system. A situation where the court will eventually decide who is the governor of a state, well, not healthy for democracy. Because the people, they make their choice. So if you say the persons are not qualified, why are they available at the ballot for the people to choose? Perhaps that is what we'll sit down and look at critically at the end of all these cases, at the tribunal, at the appeal court, and ultimately at the Supreme Court. Now, the Vanguard newspaper, Supreme Court rumble in judiciary over nomination of justices. Names on the Federal Judicial Service Commission's list, excellent. Professor Akinseye George, SAN. No cause for alarm, NJC, CJN, saying. But if we look at the Daily Sun newspaper, the Daily Sun newspaper there, reporting the story below the photograph, we are unaware of Supreme Court Justices nomination list. NJC inaugurates 58 new senior advocates of Nigeria, November 27. Yes, a statement from Soji Oye, yes, the spokesperson for the National Judicial Council, is saying that they are unaware of the list containing 22 names, supposedly nominees for positions, vacancies in the at the Supreme Court. So what's happening? We need clarity from the apex court. Now, the lead story of the Daily Sun newspaper, Tinubu dragged to court over INEC appointments, budgets, SERAP, 34 civil society organizations accuse president of naming loyal APC members as resident electoral commissioners. Asked court to set aside appointments. Yes, there were hue and cry about some of the names President Bola Ahmed Tinubu sent to the National Assembly for approval as resident electoral commissioners. Well, the Senate passed everything, but the civil society groups and many Nigerians have complained that there are some known card-carrying APC members, and by extant law, those who are elected to this position should not be affiliated to political parties. Now, the civil society organizations have taken this one step further, and they have asked the courts to intervene in the matter so that we don't have politicians posturing, parading themselves as resident electoral commissioners. Well, the case is already in the courts. Now, if we just go to the Daily Trust newspaper, job racketeering ripples at Character Commission over reps delayed report. Integrity commissioners allege plot to kill report. We are in Sambiza, rendered redundant FCC directors, Federal Character Commission directors. Allegations baseless, commissions chair. Our probe report undergoing routine legislative process. Reps. The House of Representatives looked into this issue of job racketeering at the Federal Character Commission. We hope they will come out with their findings so that we don't have another case of a probe at the House of Representatives that we don't see the report at the end of the day. Now, the New Telegraph newspaper, while governors must sign condemned prisoners' death warrants, say refusal to do so worsening prison conditions. Well, many governors are reluctant to sign the death warrant of condemned prisoners. Well, but it is their duty, considered duty, but they are reluctant to do so, and there's no compulsion that they must do so at a certain time. Now, if we just look at the Abuja Inquirer, quickly, Abuja Inquirer, FCTA set to abolish shared CFO, recertification of housing estates to begin. Hope for allottees of new council land. Wike indicts AGs in land racketeering. Yes, the Abuja Inquirer. Ruben and Rufai.
I wanted to make two quick, a few comments. First, to wish President Goodluck Jonathan happy birthday. President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, is 66 today.
You have to handle those implications.
And, yes, it has implications. And also another boss, Lady Maiden Alex Ibro, is 74 today.
Wow,
chairman of the Guardian newspapers that you all know, chairman of the Trinity Trust, vice president of the Newspaper Association of Nigeria. You know, these are very distinguished personalities, and I've been privileged to work under both of them. And I can attest to the fact that these are excellent human beings, patriots of the very first rank. Congratulations to Lady Maiden Alex Ibro. Congratulations, President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. And then, of course, we commiserate with the family of General Chris Ali. General Chris Ali was a former governor of Plateau State, military administrator of Plateau State, former director of the DMI, former chief of army staff of Nigeria, 1993 to 94. A man who believed, despite his military background, in the democratic cause, and was one of those military officers who stood up for the recognition of June 12 during that critical moment in Nigerian history. And it was one of the reasons that he parted with General Abacha. We learned that he died yesterday at 78 at the military hospital here in Lagos. He was a distinguished man. He was a consultant to the Guardian editorial board. During the period, I was chairman of that editorial board and highly valued for his contributions to national affairs. And of course, we commiserate with the Americans on the passing of Rosalind Carter at 96, wife of the 39th president of the United States, President Jimmy Carter. She was not just a wife, she was a counselor, she was a friend of her husband, she was very loyal, to her husband, and a major pillar of support for her husband. Both of them had the longest presidential marriage in the history of the United States to this moment. Until the time of her death, they were married for 77 years. Can you imagine a marriage of 77 years? She entered hospice just a few days ago. She was declared as having dementia in May, and she died yesterday. May God bless her soul. She survived by her husband, 99-year-old President Carter, who is also still in hospice. We commiserate with the Americans. 39th president of Nigeria. She carried herself as First Lady of the United States with a lot of grace and a sense of responsibility. And she advocated for better treatment for persons, living with mental health issues. So those are the things I wanted to
Okay, I join you in saluting President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Like fine wine, it gets better by the day.
Yeah.
His value, his statesmanship enhanced with time.
He's a man of history.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we salute him, of course.
Thank you very much.
Lady made in Ibro.
Yes.
I also want to call him Sisi Lady. No, Sisi made in Ibro. I'm sure
Why are you calling her
he knows where that is coming from. Don't worry.
You're calling a grandmother.
Don't worry. In worry, beautiful, ageless grandmothers, we call them Sisi.
Oh, okay.
Thank
I
you.
understand. Thank you very much, Emmanuel.